Hey, we are back. Rick Kamla, Hall of Famer Steve Alexander. It is the Fantasy NBA today. Ethos after dark. The NBA back in full swing. We had one game on Wednesday, 9 games here on Thursday. As we speak, I believe Suns and Spurs have gone final. 8 of the 9 games have gone final, folks. We still have the Lakers and the Blazers. They're about midway through the fourth quarter. We're going to break it all down. It is Cam, it is Doc. And before we get into the breaking news and the Wemby of it all, we want to tell you about our awesome sponsor, BetOnline. BetOnline is the world's most trusted betting platform and your number one source for online betting in 2025. Whether you're a seasoned fan or a first-time bettor, BetOnline is your ultimate game day companion. With the largest selection of odds and everything from the NBA and college basketball, the NHL, UFC, USA versus Canada, you know what's up. BetOnline continues to be your number one betting source. From every three-pointer to every hattie, BetOnline has you covered with odds, stats, and more for every game, every play, and every win. BetOnline, the game starts here. Doc, we got some riveting and sad news today about Victor Wembanyama. He's expected to miss the remainder of the season with a deep vein thrombosis in his right shoulder, according to ESPN, and the team announced that, reported by ESPN. The Spurs said in a statement that the condition is a form of a blood clot. It was discovered when Wemby returned to San Antonio after the All-Star game. It's going to be treated with blood thinning medication, which usually precludes a player from participating in a contact sport because it can create other issues. A team source told ESPN the Spurs are optimistic Wemby will make a full recovery by the beginning of next season, okay? And obviously having a one-of-one season in NBA history, he's already taken 403 threes and blocked 176 shots. No player in NBA history has ever finished with those numbers, and Wemby has it here at the All-Star break, which is crazy. But Doc, no Wemby the rest of the year. I personally, my first thought wasn't me, my fantasy teams, it was Wemby. Okay, like I'm sad for this guy because we know how what the game means to him, how bad he wants to win. He was pissed off at Şengün when they lost the damn All-Star thing, right? This guy is just a savage out there, and now he can't play ball. Like his love has been taken away from him. So here we go, Doc. Wemby's probably out for the year, man.
Well, he was not a savage when he did the skills challenge. It was throwing balls into the stands. But you know what? I respect that. Like, that's Chris Paul and him thinking, hey, man, the way these rules are set up, we could still get the best time, even if we just throw it. Like, I kind of like that because that's something I might do. Like, how can we beat the system and beat the rules? But in all seriousness, very, very sad news. I'm a Wemby guy. You're a Wemby guy. We love Wemby. And all indications are that he's just a great dude, right? Like he's just a good guy that wants to win, wants to play. All this talk early on, oh, he's too thin. He's fragile. He's going to break. Pop's not going to play him. All that went out the window, man. He's just done nothing but do what we wanted Wemby to do. And he's been a blast. Like for me, he's rejuvenated the NBA for me personally. And I told a buddy of mine tonight, who's a big fantasy basketball guy, I'm like, you heard about Wemby, right? He goes, no. I go, he's out for a season. He's like, oh, sweet. I have a chance to win. And I was like, yeah, but it's blood clots. He's like, oh, man. He's like, that sucks. He's like, I was hoping he sprained an ankle or something. Like blood clots are no joke. And it's scary. But the reports are good. He's supposed to be back next year. But man, I feel bad for the people who have him on their fantasy team. I feel bad for the people who bet him to win Defensive Player of the Year because he was going to. And now it's all just kind of washed out, and it sucks.
It definitely does. I mean, no Wemby, man. Like that's it's a gigantic buzzkill. That doesn't even really sum it all up, man. It's really kind of staggering, sobering. It takes the wind out of your sails, right? And I mean, how many black eyes can the league take, man? All-Star weekend was not it. Luka didn't play tonight. I don't know. The ratings
Anthony
suck.
Davis might be out for the season.
Yeah, I mean, people are more riveted by exhibition hockey than they are regular season NBA. With the nations face-off thing or whatever. It's and now Wemby's out. Okay.
Which that was the hockey thing was awesome, by the way. I loved it.
I'm sure it was.
We need Olympic hockey at all times. Like that's just fun to me. I love it.
It's really fanned the flames of Team USA versus Team World in the All-Star game. But again, and just quickly here because I want to stay on Wemby. If you do that, there are going to be legitimate Americans who are left off the All-Star team to compensate for international guys like 9, 10, 11, 12 who really don't belong on the All-Star game. So if you want to rock that way, but just know that there will be a disparity and it will be unfair. And I'm not trying to hey, America versus this isn't even really an allegiance thing. This is just a fair and unfair thing. I've crunched the numbers. I've worked the teams, and the end of the international team is not as good as the first 3 or 4 guys left off of the American side. All right, back to Wemby here. Fantasy beneficiaries, Doc. Obviously, Charles Bassey has been scooped up off waiver wires everywhere. And presumably, Bismack Biyombo started tonight. Doc, I did not know that he was a Spur. There's that. Mamu Kilishvili. Did I forget a consonant? I don't know. Mamu, as they call him in Santa, didn't even play tonight. Okay, so you can go ahead and send him back to waivers if you picked him up. But Charles Bassey, coming off the bench, remember Zach Collins went to third string. Bassey was the backup to Wemby. It was playing and kind of cooking for a minute, right? And then picked up another injury here. Knee injuries had him out for a while. A right MCL sprain. But the word is that he may be able to return as soon as Friday night's game. So you have the Bassey thing. Okay, that's like a deep league pickup. 10 or 12 team leagues, you don't really have to mess with Bassey. 12 teams maybe, but anything north of that you do. But Doc, and we can dive into the box score for this game right now. But initially, I had a couple of vibes here. Keldon Johnson is back. Okay, instead of the 6, 8, 9 points, he was mid-teens tonight. Jeremy Sohan's going to get a big boost here with Wemby out, and I'll check up right there. Take it from there, Doc, in terms of fantasy beneficiaries because there's a lot of them.
Man, you just cannot quit Keldon Johnson. You love.
He was solid tonight.
He was. He had 15 points, 4 boards, 2 assists, 2 threes, 6 to 9, 25 minutes. To me, the big winner in the Wemby loss, again, which sucks, is Jeremy Sohan. Jeremy Sohan tonight hit 5 of 8 shots, a 3, 12 points, 5 boards, 4 assists, a steal. There's more coming. Jeremy Sohan, to me, is the pickup with Wemby being gone. And maybe Bassey does something. Maybe Harry Barnes sees an uptick. Maybe your guy, Bismack Biyombo, does something. But if I'm on the waiver wire right now and I want a guy that I think is going to blow up because Wemby's gone, it's your guy Jeremy Sohan and his green hair.
All right, so let's go a little farther here on the Wemby analysis with him most likely being out for the year. Chris Paul had his best game in a while tonight, Doc. 13 points, 5 rebounds, 10 assists, 2 steals, 3 threes. Not old school. The guy lived in the 2010 range, right? But, dang, that's a heck of a stat line. I think Chris Paul's going to get a boost now. I really do. He took 10 shots tonight. The ball's going to be in his hands more. The whole thing's going to be more diversified without Wemby, right? 7 guys scored in double figures for the Spurs tonight. Devin Vassell, I think overall is going to get a hike. It didn't work out that way tonight. He had 13 points, but he made 5 of 14 shots. All 4 guys off the bench were in doubles. Julian Champagny like a point per minute. Sohan 12, 5 and 4 in 27. Keldon 15 points in 24 minutes. And Stephon Castle had 10 and 10, 2 assists, 3 steals in 26 minutes. And by the way, they won against the toxic Phoenix Suns. So we'll get to the bowl of it all, or lack thereof, here in a little bit. But Doc, do you see upticks from Paul and Vassell going forward here? Oh, and maybe even Stephon Castle.
I think the key here is look at the minutes played. Like, follow the minutes. You know, they always say follow the money. Follow the minutes. De'Aaron Fox played 37. Devin Vassell played 33. Chris Paul played 32. Sohan played 28. Keldon played 25. Castle played 26. Like, follow the minutes. Because those are the guys that are going to be putting up numbers. So, Champagny, 16 minutes. Not really interested in that. Bismack Biyombo, 16 minutes. Not really interested in that. Harrison Barnes, he's like 78 years old, 27 minutes. I still can't believe Harrison Barnes is relevant in fantasy, but he is. But I would drop Harrison Barnes, pick up Sohan in a heartbeat right now. I'd cut several people to pick up Sohan. I think Sohan's the way to go here.
Do you believe the Spurs are going to tank, Doc? Or do you think they're going to continue to put their chips into the middle of the table and see what they can do in the quest for the play-in tournament?
No, they are tanking. They are already, 24 and 29, I think their record is. I'm pulling it up right now. 24 and 29. They're already 2 games behind the Suns, who they beat tonight, which is wild. They're out, dude. They're out of it. And they can't tank hard enough to get behind Utah or New Orleans, but they can let Portland pass them on by. There's no reason for San Antonio to keep trying to win games. Like, they should be in tank mode and hoping the ping pong ball falls their way.
And I totally disagree. I don't disagree that they should tank, but there are 2 different conversations here. Should they tank? Do I think they should tank? Do you think they should tank? Pardon me. And then you have what's going to happen, right? And I think what's going to happen is they're going to play it straight. They're 3 games out of the play-in tournament right now. So they're not out of it. They're 24 and 29. I mean, that record sucks, but they're 3 games out of the play-in tournament. And Doc, you look at this team, they have a lot of good players, right? Paul, Vassell, the guys we've talked about this entire conversation, they've got 9 good guys, even without Victor Wembanyama. And when Bassey comes back, Bassey's he gets off the floor, good rebounder, good shot blocker. I mean, so I'm not buying that. We'll see what happens here. I'm not getting the tanky vibes like with Washington. I am with Utah. I am, but not with Brooklyn. Not really with Charlotte. I think teams are going to play it straight. Portland's already like blown past the road signs of their tank, so I don't think so. I think the Spurs are going to play it straight. What else did I have here on Wemby?
A lot of these teams, Rick, I don't know if you know this or not, but they suck at tanking. The Spurs, the Blazers,
they're still alive. You can't suck at tanking when you're still sniffing the play-in tournament. The Blazers are 5 out. I mean, they're on the fringe.
Blazers aren't getting in. Spurs are not getting in. We know this. Like, it's over, bro. Like, just let it go. Just feel the warm ocean breeze over your face and just let it go. Just get out there on that life raft with the sharks and just chill, because you ain't making it. Spurs aren't making it. Blazers aren't making it. We know this. And then the Jazz in New Orleans, like, those people know how to tank, bro.
That is the one and only Hall of Famer, Dr. A. All right, Doc, another Wemby topic here. And I think that for some dynasty managers out there, this could be pretty legit. Is Victor Wembanyama a buy low in dynasty leagues? I believe he is. Okay, think about this. Before the news we got today, you could offer your entire championship team to the Wembanyama owner, and you are not going to get Wembanyama from him, okay? You could literally offer just a bunch of studs and picks, and the guy's going to be like, nah, I'm good. I can't give up Wemby. It's like trading Babe Ruth, okay? I'm not trading Wemby and cursing me for the rest of my fantasy existence, like the Mavericks just did by trading Luka, okay? I believe Wemby is a buy low. Sports Illustrated interviewed a doctor who said this is not a Chris Bosh situation, okay? That the situations are very, very different here. Oscar Thompson came back from blood clots. Brandon Ingram came back from blood clots. I presume Wemby will be able to come back. The Spurs are optimistic. I'm going to rock with that, okay? So, Doc, I have a scenario to drop on you and our great audience here. Fantasy NBA Today, Ethos After Dark. On my team in the Cam Dynasty, I got a guy by the name of Evan Mobley. And I have a first-round pick that I have not traded yet, and it is burning a hole in my pocket, and I really want to trade it, okay? You said people out there, why? It's Cooper Flag draft. I'm in first place in a 14-team league. There's no shot of me getting Cooper Flag, okay? I will pick with the last pick in the first round, okay? That first-round pick is basically meaningless to me. It's a trade chip, okay? Doc, would you be mad at me if I offered Evan Mobley in a first for Victor Wembanyama? Do you think that's enough to even get the Wembanyama owner or manager to be like, talk to me?
I like the concept and the fact that Victor's done for the year. I mean, that makes him a buy low, but the fact that everybody, like, it's different today, dude. Like, everybody has the same sources. Everybody knows the news. When you and I first started doing this, you and I knew things that other people didn't know. And that's what made it really fun. But now, Yahoo, the blurb is, Wemby's going to be fine next year. CBS, Wemby's fine. ESPN, Wemby's going to be fine. So it's not as much of a buy low as it could be. But here's the thing. If there was ever a time you were going to wrestle Wemby away from his dynasty owner, it's right now. Because if you don't do it right now, it's never, ever happening. So yes, the window's open. I don't think Mobley and a first round pick is enough. I'm not trading Mobley. I'm not trading Wemby to get Mobley and the 14th pick in the draft. I'm just not doing it. And I don't think anybody else is going to either. I think the way you get Wemby at this point is, I think the only thing you can use to get Wemby is SGA, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Like, I can't think of anyone else who's going to bring you back Wemby unless you give up an SGA. But I could be wrong. I could be crazy.
I mean, I could hit him with Cade Cunningham, Evan Mobley, and a first-round pick, and I'd probably get Wemby for that. I'm not going to do that, though. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that.
You got to think about it.
I'm not trading Cade, bro. But I've got a couple.
I
got Jalen.
Don't fall in love with your players, bro. That's what you always tell me. Don't fall in love with your players.
It's a dynasty league.
You're in love with Cade. You love Cade Cunningham.
I do. But that whole don't fall in love with your player thing, that's a redraft concept. That's not a dynasty concept. Okay, in a dynasty league, these are your guys. Like, I think it's okay to fall in love with your guys in a dynasty league. Now, to get it to the point where you'll never trade a guy, that's too much. But I would trade Cade, but it's got to be an advantageous move for me. But I'm not trading Cade and Mobley in a first for Wemby, who's dealing with blood clots. I mean, there is risk involved here. There is unknown involved here. Okay, I'm not doing that. I would trade Mobley in a first for Wemby right now. I would.
You ain't getting that deal done unless you throw in Cade. So
I throw it in Cade. Doc is trying to just tear apart my squad, yo. He's trying to tear apart my squad. All right, Doc, let's move on here. We'll talk about the Bobby Portis thing in a little bit. Let's dive into our show, and we can circle back to my guy Bobby Portis and his 25-game suspension. Let's get into our Magic Man, dude. Who is your Magic Man here on a feisty 9-game Thursday night?
I try to go with a player on a winning team, but then I was like, F it, it's fantasy. It doesn't matter. My guy, Miles Bridges, 36 points, 13 rebounds, 7 assists, 3 steals, a block, 5 triples in my 30-deep starting lineup, where Norm Powell decided not to show up for work today, sort of like I did last night. Let's go, Miles Bridges. How long are we going to see Miles Bridges continue to play for the Hornets? Because I think last week you were kind of like, I think Miles Bridges is going to shut it down at some point. I hope he doesn't, but I am concerned because Charlotte sucks. They're not good. Is Miles Bridges going to continue to play?
I believe he is.
I mean, the Hornets have 14 wins, dude. 14.
That's why you play him. They have 14 wins. They're right there for Cooper Flagg, playing for the most part straight, right? I mean, LaMelo Ball didn't play tonight, rest, second of a back-to-back, so we know that's going to go on. But Bridges did play, and he even got better than last night when he was a hero in their win against the Lakers. I know, I mean, it kind of, we vacillate on this shutdown thing, but it's a huge topic. I'm not getting those vibes with Miles Bridges right now. My Magic Man, Doc, goes to Paulo Banchero. I had the Hawks plus 1.5, so I took an L there, but I did have Paulo plus 24 points. Okay. He shattered that prop. Ricky props in full effect. 36, 10, and 5 for Paulo tonight, Doc. He had 3 threes. Trae Young was also awesome in this game. 38 points with 6 assists and 4 bombs as well. But, Doc, Paulo Banchero is, and he was on my risers list too, so I'll kind of double bang it here. Dude, killed it in the 2 games before the All-Star break. This is his best game of the year. Paulo is going to be shot out of a cannon throughout this entire second half. Okay, super competitive guys, super competitive group there in Orlando, and they know that they're in a fist fight from now till the end to get into the top 6, and it's going to bring out the best in Paulo. So he's my Magic Man, bro.
The fact that you call yourself Ricky Props is probably my favorite thing about this show. Ricky Props called it. I'm telling you, Ricky Props. I love that. That is better than Dr. A. That's better than the Fantasy Freak. It's better than the Human Highlight Film. Ricky Props. Freaking
it's
love
not
it,
better
bro.
than Dr. A. I can tell you that.
I love Ricky Props. That is
my
awesome.
boy. My boy. Hashtag Ricky Props, man. All right. So Doc, let's get into some must-add players. Who are you? Pick 5 must-add players, because I almost cussed right there. They got onto me on Twitter for cussing on Twitter earlier. But yeah, the sensitivity police, they can't handle an F-bomb. So I went ahead and deleted the tweet. My God, it just was so annoying. And it was Luka not playing tonight. It evoked some profanity out of your boy. People were like, why are you cussing on Twitter? I'm like, what are you, a nun? What the hell is going on here? I mean, what are you, a monk? Like, come on. We can't cuss on Twitter a time or two. Give me a break. Anyway, give me 5 must-add players from tonight, Doc.
Dude, that's one of my favorite things about the fact that I now work for Sports Ethos and not the DEI, big conglomerate NBC, I can say whatever I want on Twitter. Like, I can drop F-bombs. I can do whatever I want. I don't have to worry about my boss coming to me and being like, hey, you really need to tone it down on Twitter, bro. And you're the same way. You no longer work for the man. You work for Andre and Brewski and the squad. You do whatever you want, man. So I do enjoy that. Although I don't think I've dropped an F-bomb on Twitter, but I will use the SHIT word occasionally, which I would never do when I was at NBC. Guys that I like, Jeremy Sohan to me is a must add at this point. And we've already talked about it. We've talked about what he did. I don't know that there's a lot more to say, but there are open gaps in San Antonio, and Sohan is going to fill a lot of them. He can play point guard. He can play power forward. Hell, they may play him at center. So I love Sohan. Royce O'Neal was very, very good tonight for the Suns. He had like 27 points. The toxic Suns. Do we know where the toxicity is coming from?
Bradley Beal.
It's all Bradley Beal.
It's Bradley Beal. He would not, he has a no trade clause. He wouldn't lift the no trade clause to authorize a trade.
So it's just toxic.
Andre, correct me if I'm wrong on that, but that's my read on it, that Beal C-blocked everything from happening, and and he's Bradley Beal. The guy never plays, right? I mean, I wouldn't want to play with Bradley Beal. I'm out here humping it, grinding, and Beal's in street clothes again. Shocking, right? Hanging with your boy Luka.
So my guy, Royce O'Neal, that's one of my guys. And I love Royce O'Neal. I always have. He's been kind of quiet, but Grayson Allen's really not doing anything. Bull, dude. Grayson Allen played 33 minutes and scored 11 points. 3 of 10 shooting.
I want to back Coach Bud up against a wall and have a conversation with him about Bull. I want to get unruly.
Nick Richards.
I want to go back to my mosh pitting days with Coach Bud right now.
Is Nick Richards hurt? Nick Richards played 9 minutes.
Nope. Coach Bud doesn't know what the hell he's doing, bro. He started Nick Richards, then started the second half with Bull, and didn't play either of them.
All right.
He doesn't know what he's doing.
I'm a big fan of Royce O'Neal right now. Royce O'Neal, by the way, had 27 points, 6 boards, 3 steals, 6 triples. Hit 10 of 16 shots. That's
that all could have been done by Bull too. Bull could have done the same. It all could have been done by
Bull.
Bull could have done the same exact thing.
So maybe you drop Bull, who we all told you to pick up last week, and now maybe it's Royce O'Neal. I'm not dropping Bull just yet, but I'm close. Another guy, Wendell Carter Jr. Nobody talks about this cat, man. 9 points, 15 boards. I think he had a block. Goga has kind of gone away. It's Wendell Carter's show in Orlando. He's playing well next to Paolo Banchero. I like that. And then Josh Green for Charlotte. Shut down Charlotte. 19 points, 3 boards, 2 assists, 1 steal, 5 threes. 5 threes for Josh Green. That's intriguing. And then my sleeper is Russell Westbrook. Bad game tonight. 8 points, 7 boards. I think he hit 3 of 10 shots. Westbrook, this was his first game back. So he laid an egg tonight, but this is your chance to pick up Russell Westbrook because he makes Denver a much better real-life basketball team, and he's going to be a huge part of what they do. If Westbrook was dropped in your league and he's sitting out there, pick him up.
All right, Doc, great list, man. I want to start with Miles McBride of the New York Knicks. Miles McBride. Josh Hart did not play tonight. OG Anunoby did not play tonight. I've never seen Miles McBride play better than this. 23 points, 6 rebounds, 3 assists, 3 blocks, 3 steals, 5 threes. To me, it's the game of his life. So Miles McBride. It's probably a short-term pickup, right? If he's coming off the bench with the regular 5 in the starting lineup, I don't want anything to do with him. But you've got 2 starters out right now, okay? And OG, he was out the whole break. Now he's out again. Who the hell knows when he's coming back? Josh Hart, like Doc said last night, he never misses a minute, let alone a game. So we're concerned that Josh Hart is now out, that he just doesn't miss games, okay? Miles McBride is a good pickup for you. I also wrote down Wendell Carter Jr. Doc. I like that call. I don't love Wendell Carter Jr., but he had 15 rebounds tonight, dude. And if you need some boards, you're a little light. Maybe you lost Wemby, right? Sohan's already on a team. Go get Wendell Carter Jr. if you need to make up some of those rebounds, man. Quentin Grimes, Doc. He should have already been picked up. I'm sure his Yahoo roster percentage is below 50%. He started tonight. The Lonnie Walker thing did not come to fruition at all, which I said last night would happen. 12, 7, and 3, light with the goodies. He only had 1 3-ball for Quentin Grimes. Played 33 minutes. It just looks like a really strong ad off the waiver wire. Zachary Risachet, Doc, really played well tonight. 11 and 12, 1-1-1 with 3 threes in this game, all in 24 minutes. I don't know why Quinn Snyder never plays Risachet, but he's been putting up, 5, 6, 7 good games in a row here. Look at him off the waiver wire. And then, Doc, you know who I felt tonight for the first time all year? A man named Bogey Bogdanović of the LA Clippers. He made a big, ballsy corner 3-ball with a high degree of difficulty late in that Bucks game tonight. Very fun game. Bogey, Doc, tonight had 15 points, 5 assists, 2 steals, 4 threes in 20 minutes. That's Bogey basketball right there. If you're in a 10 or 12 team league, like earmuffs on Bogey Bogdanović. But if you're in a 14 team league, check the waiver wire, dude. In a 14 team league, he should be on a team. And look, I know that the Norman Powell
basketball.
I know the Norman Powell absence had something to do with this spike game, but I feel like now that Bogey had a good game and had the whip tonight, maybe we get more of these. So I wanted to bring up Bogey because you know that I'm a Bogey fan.
I have one more guy to bring up, and this is if you guys are in a deep competitive league. My guy, Damian Baugh for the Charlotte Hornets. I started him in 30 deep because I was desperate. He's a 2-way player. I didn't even know if he'd be on the roster. I thought he might be in the G League. I didn't know. He hit 6 of 7 shots, 2 threes, 14 points, 6 dimes, 2 steals. And Damian Baugh, when LaMelo Ball goes away, could be a silly season freak. I'm just saying, if you're in a super deep league, Damian Baugh is his name. You've never heard of him. I don't even know who he is. But he was in my lineup tonight, and I'm feeling #blessed.
Rick Kamla, Steve Alexander, Hall of Famer. Shout out to our great producer, Andre Lemouche, as well. And, he's a big Spurs fan, and we're all Wemby people over here. And, tough day for Wemby Nation and Spurs Nation. Doc, let's get into some drops here. Drop. Who you dropping after the action here on Thursday night?
Drop. I don't know, man.
It's our job.
Dalton Connect.
Supposed to know, bro.
Dalton Connect.
Who the F still owns Dalton Connect at this point?
I do.
Where?
You bastard.
Dang it. Portland
I don't
didn't
know.
cover. Dang it.
I got him.
Dang it. Last night you had Lakers covering. I had Portland covering. The Lakers covered without Luka. I hate that. I wanted the Lakers to lose so bad tonight. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
We have to have a serious conversation, and he may be on your list. Is Drew Holiday a drop candidate at this point? Like, how bad can this dude be?
Well, now he's on a minutes restriction, Doc. He played 20 freaking minutes tonight. He had 8 points, 1 rebound, 2 assists, no blocks, no steals again. Dude, I'm telling you, my team in Cam Dynasty, 14-team league, Doc's in this league. I mean, he is hanging on by a thread, bro.
Do you have him?
Thread. I do. I kind of want to drop him for Yusuf Nurkic, but I don't. I'm just out. I'm going to explain it. I'm just out on the Charlotte center thing. I'm buzzkilled. I'm fatigued. I don't want to do it anymore.
Okay. So is Musa Diabate a drop? Because they played Nurkic. And Diabate didn't really play very much. And I don't really know. He played a lot. He played 29 minutes. He just didn't do a lot. No, I don't think Diabate is a drop. 29 minutes. I just saw his box score. I didn't even look at the minutes. I'm hanging on to Diabate. Scratch that. Never mind. Derek Jones Jr., even without Norm Powell, nothing. Drew Holiday, like I said, Jalen Smith is hurt. Vooch is not going anywhere in Chicago. Jalen Smith, dead to me. Gone. I guess that's my list. Connect, DJJ, Holiday, and Jalen Smith.
All right. Where do I want to go with this guy? Do I want to do it here? All right. I'll just get into my list here, Doc. Diabate is a drop for me. I disagree with you there. Didn't even play when they played Mark Williams. And, this was a back-to-back, so it was extenuating circumstances. Nurkic started tonight and flirted with a triple-double against his homie Nikola Jokic, but he only played 19 minutes. So you can't really – I'm not geeked about that. I'm not geeked about Diabate. Diabate never blocked shots. Doc never blocked shots. It's a problem. So I'm dropping both of those guys. I actually dropped both of them in the Cam Dynasty today. So they are drops for me. I have Holiday on my list. I have Yabusele on my list, Doc. He had 4 points and 8 boards tonight in 26 minutes. Over the last 5 games, he's gone with the points 9, 18, 8, 5, and 4. Yuck. Goga Batadze, definitely a drop right now with Wendell Carter Jr. starting. Doc, Zach Edey is a drop, okay? And I know I was hot on him for a minute. Sorry.
That's your boy.
He is my boy, but they never play him, Doc. The minutes over the last 5 games have gone 13, 20, 20, 3, and 22. I can't F with that. Give me a break, man. It's just not enough minutes to put goodies up there. And then let me one more, but I don't want you to drop him now. I just want to get this out here and have a little dialogue with you on it. We don't have to spend a ton of time on this. But Julius Randle has been cleared for full contact practice, Doc, okay, in 5-on-5. So he's cleared. So it's going to take a ramp up about a week or so, right? But Julius Randle's return is right around the corner. And you're not dropping Naz Reid, okay? His stats are coming down, but you're not dropping Naz Reid. But Jaden McDaniels, to me, now goes from feisty to the waiver wire. But not yet. Wait until Randle actually gets activated and comes back. But I'm just putting it out there. I want to get out on the horizon of this one. Jaden McDaniels is about to go bye-bye.
Naz Reid is a sell high, in my opinion.
Good point.
Jaden McDaniels, he's going to take a hit. I'm not a Julius Randle guy. I think you are.
I am.
I was
proud. I'm a proud Julius Randle guy.
I was fine with Julius Randle being bye-bye. I did not miss him. But Naz Reid's going to take a little bit of a hit. But I have a feeling that Minnesota's probably we kind of like what Naz is doing. We don't really want Julius to come back, but he's coming back. I'm back. I'm here. Have no fear.
By the way, Dante DiVincenzo's return is right around the corner as well. It is Rick Kamla. It is Steve Alexander. We are the Fantasy NBA today, Ethos After Dark. Guys, download the app right now. Go to your app store and download the Sports Ethos app. Our basketball coverage is the best in the business. It's got us, okay, and many, many other studs. Great baseball coverage, great NFL coverage, blurbs. They're thorough, they're comprehensive. Go check it out, Sports Ethos app. All right, Doc, let's move on to three fallers, which is related to drops, but could be a little bit different here. So give me three guys that are falling.
I think these are buy low opportunities, and Norm Powell missing tonight's game, I think is a good opportunity to try to steal him. He doesn't have name recognition. He wasn't supposed to be as good as he's been all year. He missed a game, and he just flies under the radar, man. I think you could probably steal Norman Powell right now. And I love Norman Powell. Like, that's my boy. So I think that's one. OG Anunoby, where are you, bro? Like, when is he coming back? And as long as OG Anunoby is out, back to pickups, play Precious Achiuwa and don't look back. I think Achiuwa, he had a good game. 11 points, 9 boards, 3 steals, 3-pointer. Play Achiuwa as long as Anunoby's out. But I think making a play to trade for Anunoby right now makes sense. And then Rui Hachimura, with no Luka and no Anthony Davis and 40-year-old LeBron, like, Hachimura is going to be a monster. He had 6 points tonight, 3 of 7 shooting, but he had 12 boards, a block. He didn't play well. The Lakers didn't really play well, but they somehow beat the Blazers. Rui Hachimura should be on everybody's buy list right now. And then my last one is, I think Delano Banton, silly season hero, is going to visit us pretty soon, sort of like the Easter Bunny does in April.
I'm not feeling Delano Banton right now. Their guys are all healthy, so I'll give you that one. Fallers for me, Doc, and I know we're going to disagree on this. Ty Jerome. And if you all want to send Ty Jerome to the waiver wire, go ahead. I'm not going to stop you. He played 17 minutes tonight, had 6 points, 3 assists, 1 steal, 1 3. Okay, guess what? Max Strus is starting. DeAndre Hunter's playing more minutes. Oh, Isaac Okoro is back. Javonte Green was just traded for. Okay, they got too many guys. You got Sam Merrill getting mid-20s minutes tonight. Okay, they got too many guys, folks. I don't like it. Ty Jerome, by the way, is not a big steal and 3 guy. He's like okay at those categories. So bye-bye, Ty Jerome. These followers are going to be very unpopular. Matas Buzelis. I'm souring on Matas Buzelis. Not overall. Yeah. I like the young fella. I like the shaggy hair. I like the whole thing. All right. The future's bright, but the present is a buzzkill because Billy Donovan, they have some damn minutes restriction on him against the Knicks tonight. And I knew to fade him. It's a tough matchup. 5 points, okay? 7 boards, 1 block, 1 3, 24 minutes. That's the key stat right there, 24 minutes. Something called Julian Phillips almost played the exact same minutes as Matas Buzelis tonight. Buzzkill. Last 4 games, Buzelis' minutes, Doc, have gone 29, 19, 26, 24. Billy Donovan, I love you overall, but I'm not happy with your deployment of Matas Buzelis. He's a faller for me. Don't cut him yet, but be ready to. Giannis Antetokounmpo, Doc, let's get into the tall weeds right now. Giannis Antetokounmpo missed a bunch of time, had the All-Star break, came out questionable, minutes restriction, did not finish the game tonight, on the bench at the end of a clutch game with his socks on, okay, grabbing his foot, came in with a calf injury. The whole thing just looks bad, okay? And his numbers were great tonight in the little bit of time that he got. But back-to-backs are going to be out of the question for Giannis right now after what I saw tonight. And if he's on a 24-minute restriction, buzzkill. Try to sell high with Giannis right now, guys. Ball. I mean, the guy played 10 minutes tonight. Screw you, Coach Bud. You were my homie back in Atlanta, but it's different now. You're messing with our money over here. I mean, ball. Dude, what are you doing? Your team sucks. Your team absolutely positively sucks. Why wouldn't you play ball? Why? You lost to San Antonio on the day that they lost Wemby for the year. What is up with that? Won't play ball. Started the second half, and he still only got 10 minutes in the game. All right, I'll reel it in. And then Russell Westbrook, Doc. Again, I'm not telling you to cut him, but I'm buzzkilled. They're back to their starting five. Brown, Gordon Porter, Jokic, Murray, right? And then you've got Westbrook and Strother off the bench as their 6th and 7th guys. So I'm not psyched about that. He played 26 minutes tonight, 8, 3, and 7. So to me, Westbrook's a faller. I like him much better in the starting five than I do coming off the bench, because then you're on the yo-yo, and if you're not shooting well, then Malone can condense your minutes. So let's flip it here. Let's get to some risers.
It's his first game back, dude. It's his first game back.
Just saying, I don't like the way Malone's using him right now, coming off the bench. He's a faller. He's not a drop. He's a faller.
Stick with Westy. He's going to come back and beast. Hey, can we jump off the tracks for a second and talk about DeAndre Hunter? Because you went on a Cleveland rant.
Be quick.
I don't have much to say, but he didn't do much tonight. And things are very crowded in Cleveland. If you're not Donovan Mitchell and you're not Darius Garland and you're not the big guys, I don't know that there's enough room for DeAndre Hunter to work. Malik Beasley, 6th man of the year. I'm just saying. All right, go ahead. Carry on.
What do you got for some risers?
Through this. Risers. They're not really risers. Cole Anthony, I think, is a sell high before Jalen Suggs comes back and ruins that party. Joel Embiid played a basketball game tonight. Sell high, get out while you can. Paul George actually did something and played.
That's debatable.
Get him off your team as soon as you can. How's that? Was that fast?
I'm sorry, I'm messing with you. I'm in a mood tonight, man. I'm in a mood. All right, Doc, I got some risers for you. Have you noticed that Ben Matherin's been playing better ball since they benched him? They didn't bench him, right? They just decided to start Nesmith. But have you noticed Matherin's been playing well, dude? 3 games off the bench. Where are the numbers? He's gone 18, 28, and 16. The minutes have been 31, 33, and 24 tonight. I'd Paulo on my list already talked about him as the Magic Man. Doc, and maybe we can expand on this a little bit, because I'm going to bring up I love it when you call him Brolo, Brook Lopez. But I think Brook Lopez, Doc, is going to be a big-time beneficiary of the Bobby Portis 25-game suspension, because it can't be a tandem anymore. Like Brook Lopez has to assert himself every night and can't have these drift-off games where he has 4 points, right? Tonight he was awesome. 22 and 7, 4 blocks, 4 triples. He had a sequence, Doc, where he blocked a shot and then they skipped it over to him on the left wing for like a 30-foot 3 ball. Place goes crazy at 5-serve. Okay. And then Jamal Murray. All right. Didn't he just had a 55-point game? Did I dream that? Was that a concert that night? Didn't he just have a 55-point game, Jamal Murray? Are you tripping on that too?
Yeah,
I think he just had a 55-point game.
Dude, when Jamal Murray is healthy and things are going well, he is a baller, dude. He really is. But I just don't trust him to stay healthy. And he's never on any of my teams. But
yes,
going back to Brolo. Oh, what were you saying?
Just super quick. Let me complete the thought on Murray, and then let's sit on that for a minute. So yes, 55 points was the last game before the All-Star break, and Murray was sensational tonight. 34 points, 2 blocks, 7 3 balls, like 12 of 18 shooting or whatever it was. And Doc, last year he was a plus 2 points per game after the All-Star break. So I think we're going to get a lot of big performances here from Murray. All right, let's sit on the Portis thing for a minute here, dude. Talk about Brolo, the other beneficiaries of Bobby Portis being out.
I think it's all Brolo. It's all my guy Brolo. when you see Brolo play in person, he's way bigger than you expect him to be. Have you experienced that? Like I went to a Hawks game, he was playing. I was like, my God, he is a giant. Like he's so much bigger.
I'm just saying quickly, I've interviewed him. He's a mountain.
He's huge
because he shoots threes and stuff, but he is a skyscraper, man.
And one of my favorite things about Brolo is he went from never shooting or hitting threes, like for 7 straight years, right? And then all of a sudden, one year, he's like, I'm shooting threes. One of the few big men that we've ever had saying, I'm going to add a 3-point shot to my game and actually make it happen. And he's become a really deep threat from downtown. So there's that. And you get Bobby Portis out of the way, and Giannis is like day-to-day for the rest of the season. It's Brolo season SZN.
Quickly on Taurean Prince. Taurean Prince stock tonight, 14 points, 7 3-balls, 4 threes, 31 minutes, hit a big triple out of the left corner at the end of the game. There was a real dagger in this one. To me, he's at least a streamer. I had him on my must-add list, but he didn't quite make the cut. But I just wanted to bring him up. And then Kevin Porter Jr., Doc, had almost a point per minute tonight. It was like 13 points in 15 minutes or whatever it was.
I saw that.
And I kind of liked him even just going to Milwaukee. But now that Portis is out, I think we may get a little Kevin Porter Jr. uprising. I don't know. Who else outside of Brolo? Give me one guy outside of Brolo that's got your eye with the Portis news.
AJ Green? I don't know. Stop. I mean, Kevin Porter Jr. only played 15 minutes. Jericho Sims played 17. Gary Trent played 22. AJ Green played 30 minutes off the bench. Didn't do a whole lot. No, I don't like any of them. I don't like any of them, dude.
Okay, I understand.
So, I'm not running out there to pick up Milwaukee scrubs.
So let's get to our stud and dud awards of the night. Rick Kamla and Steve Alexander, FSWA Hall of Famer is he. We have Andre Lamouche as well. Number 3, Miles McBride, 23, 6, and 3. 3 steals, 3 blocks, 5 threes. Nikola Jokic, 29, 17, and 9. Just missed that damn triple-double. Are you serious? 1 block, 1 steal, 6 3-balls. Miles Bridges, your guy number 1, Doc. Best line of the night. 36, 13, and 7 with goodies.
So my only comment is Miles McBride plays for the Knicks, correct?
That is correct.
Yeah. As long as Josh Hart's out, roll with Miles McBride. But once Hart's back, you don't want him. He's fodder. That's all I got.
2 other guys I wanted to shout out, Doc. Jared Allen made me look good. Remember last night we said the double-double prop and the return to Brooklyn. He had 16 and 20 tonight. Thank you, Jared Allen. And Miles Turner. We told you that he was going to coming back and the neck thing, and 17 and 10 with 7 blocks. Tonight.
7 blocks.
Bro.
Damn.
I'm telling huge and second half.
And 3 triples.
Huge.
3 3-pointers.
Dude, he's in a money chase right now. He's going to be an unrestricted free agent. We're going to get a huge second half from Miles Turner. Okay. Okay, let's move on, Doc, to our other stud awards of the night. And these are the waiver wire guys. Where are they? Because Andre Lamouche does this, and let me find it here real quick. Waiver wire performances of the night. Chris Dunn. 6 steals, Doc. 5, 7, and 5. Draymond Green triple single. He was 3rd. Tamani Kamara, my guy. 35% rostered. You can go out there and get him. 19, 7, and 3. 5 steals, 3 threes. That's our guy. And then Miles McBride off the waiver wire with the line that we just talked about, Doc.
5% rostered. I think the news here is, 1, Tamani Kamara. I just don't understand why he's not rostered in more leagues. He does this kind of stuff nightly. And Chris Dunn, even when Norm Powell is playing, has sort of been making a little bit of noise for the Clippers. So if you're in a deep league, I think you take a look at Chris Dunn.
Great source of steals, as you know, Doc. Like outstanding source of steals. Just want to say it. And then the duds of the night.
Honorable mention Royce O'Neal, by the way. My guy.
Your guy.
Royce.
RON. All right, so we got about 5 minutes left. Let's crush some dudes for having crappy games tonight. Again, they got mad at me
your guy is number one.
They got mad at me for cussing on Twitter tonight, so I gotta clean it up here. The sensitivity police are just running amok. Number 3, Anthony Simons tonight, 8, 4, and 7, 23% shooting. Thanks. Jeremy Grant tonight. Oh my God. What a hideous line. 3 points, 12% shooting. Dude, that is why Portland did not cover against the Lakers tonight. Simons and Grant couldn't make a shot. Give me a break, dudes. And then Ja Morant. Oh, Ja Morant. Doc's favorite player.
Ja Morant.
This guy. Still stuck in Cancun, obviously. Couldn't go to Indiana and get it going against the defenseless Pacers. What a freaking joke. 10 points for Ja Morant, 6 assists. Nothing else. No boards, no steals, no blocks, no threes, shot 21% and played 30 incredibly ineffective minutes, dude.
What is he doing?
Going through the motions, bro.
Like,
relying on God's
we've seen this
on God's gifts. He's not building on God's gifts.
We know how good Ja Morant is and can be. Like, what is that?
And dude, he's on easy street. He's on a max contract. He's entitled.
And he's like, I might get in the dunk contest next year. No, you're not.
Are you buying that?
You don't care. No, he doesn't care. He doesn't care. But it's funny that after, and everybody's like, oh my God, the All-Star game was such a disaster and train wreck, blah, blah, blah. Dude, it's the same thing every year for the last 10 years. The day after the All-Star game, everybody's like, what the F was that? That was terrible. Oh my God, they need to do something. They need to fix it. They're never going to fix it. Maybe they will, but they're not. They don't care because people watching, it still makes tons of money. Even if the product sucks. But like, Zach LaVine's like, oh, I'm dunking next year. And Ja's like, yeah, maybe I'll get in there. And like, are you going to? Because Ja Morant, Memphis is good. And if Ja Morant was playing like top Ja ball, they'd be really, really scary good. But he's just not. Like, what a garbage stat line that is.
He's not a killer. He doesn't want it bad enough. He's already got everything, dude. He's got zillions of dollars. He's going to be on another max contract when this one's over. Okay. He's on easy street, dude. He's hit the cruise control button. He's not wired. He's not a killer. Okay. And neither is your guy, Luka. Okay. I should have added him to the fallers list. The guy can't even play back-to-backs. How can you get into shape and get less flabby and look less like James freaking Corden, okay? And get guys like me to stop calling him Doughy Doncic if you don't play basketball? It's maddening, this DNP for Luka Doncic tonight.
Luka is coming off a serious injury. He probably came back too early to try to impress people in Los Angeles. You need to get off my boy.
You guys, I put out a salty tweet about Luka tonight. You all are so gullible. Just, I love Luka. Luka can't do any wrong. This is just ridiculous, man. I mean, I didn't know that there was a whole Luka police force out there, like ready to crush and stomp out any descending words. I found that out tonight. Boy, don't attack Luka unless you want an angry mob with pitchforks at your front door.
Smoke, bro. We love Luka. Luka's the man.
He's not the man. Then play.
So many little heartbroken little babies in Dallas, like just crying their eyes out.
Wow. now you are just casting a grenade into Greater Dallas. Are you serious right now?
No, there's little kids in Dallas still heartbroken about Luka being.
I know, and they should be.
They don't understand it. They can't comprehend it. Their dad can't explain it to them. They're like my son as he watched the Falcons blow a 28-3 lead in the Super Bowl. Ruined his life. Go ahead.
All right, guys, we got to get out of here. For Dr. Ray and for Andre Lemouche, I'm Rick Kamla. Thank you for watching the Fantasy NBA today. We'll see you next week. Peace. Go, Luka.
This was presented by Bet Online.